My brother.
The boy.
My boy, what's the word, man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Man, blessed, man, blessed. How was your weekend, man? How was the weekend?
It was good, man. I kind of just relaxed for real, man. I was really kind of just chilling.
Yeah.
Let's see, I was kind of just kicking it. You kind of out the screen a little bit.
Oh, let me see.
There you go.
Good?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, cool. I know whenever you ask somebody, it split me up, make you low, and I'm high, and my whole head chopped off and all that.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
Yeah, it was good, bro. I kind of just relaxed, really. Picked it for real. I don't really do too much.
Nah, for you here? Are you out of town?
No, I'm in the A.
You in the A? Okay, I know last time we talked that you was out of town and shit.
Yeah, I'm in the A, man. I'm here. I actually gotta go back to the West like soon. But I'm here right now.
Okay, bro. So where you from?
So originally from Seattle, bro. So I was born in Seattle.
Okay.
Born in Seattle, but I grew up in Virginia. Like I lived there for like damn near my whole life. High school, college, school, and then I got to Atlanta like that was summer 2016.
Okay. Oh, so you ain't been here too long.
Say it again?
I said, so you haven't been here too long?
Nah, not too long. I mean, 5 years, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, shoot, man, let's jump into it, man. You know, I'm sure everybody wanted to know who Hollywood Cole is.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely want to know a little bit more about Hollywood Cole, man. You know, we chop it up here and there, so I love to get to know a little bit more about you. So, you just learned that you're born from Seattle. You know, you grew up in the VA. Give me a breakdown, or give the people a small intro. I know of who Hollywood Cole is, where you from, how you started, and just give us the intro, man.
Yeah. So Hollywood Cole, originally from the West Coast, born in Seattle, grew up in for a little bit, but I pretty much lived in Virginia like my whole life. Middle school, high school, college, I went to Virginia State. And like I was saying earlier, like 5 years ago, I moved to Atlanta, and I went to like SAE for like that was like a year. I went to SAE. I used to intern for like DJ Drama and Cannon for like 2.5 years.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, also I interned for Aaron Reed too, LA Reed's son. So that was I used to intern for him too over at 12. Like this was probably like the first or second year I got here. But yeah, bro, originally from the West, grew up in Virginia, and then now I'm in Atlanta, and I've been here for like 5 years. Okay,
word. So tell me, so when did you start producing? Were you in VA, or give me a small story on like
production started. I would say that started when I was in college. So like in high school, I always was like into music. Like I would make like mixtapes, and like that's when Lil Wayne was going crazy, and Big Sean, and everybody had the crazy mixtapes. Wiz was going stupid. So in college, fast forward to college, my boy Josh, he showed me FL Studio. So this was probably like my junior year of college. So like when he showed that to me, I was like, damn, this is dope. So I never knew you could like, make beats on a computer. So that was like my first introduction into like making beats. And then after that, I kind of just transitioned into like learning other programs. So back then in school, I had a Mac. So if you go back, like Macs, they weren't like, you couldn't use FL on a Mac like flawless.
Unless you put Windows on it.
Yeah. Like crossover, stuff like that. So like back then, he put FL on my computer, but it was like, it was janky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was messed up. So like, that's when I started to learn about like Logic and stuff. So like, for the longest, I used Logic Pro up until probably until I got here. And then when I went to SAE, that's when I transitioned to like Ableton. So yeah, junior year was like the start of me like learning production and stuff like that of my college years. So yeah.
Okay, bro. You know what's crazy? So when I started producing, I started off on FL, and of course I had like, this is when like the big PCs, the big box and the tower and all of that. I started off with FL, but then I went to Full Sail, and they gave me a MacBook through Full Sail. So of course we couldn't use FL on the MacBook, so I had to start with Logic. I got on Logic, but it just wasn't the same transition from FL, especially with that drum pattern. You know what I'm saying? From FL to Logic. So then I think I did start using Ableton around 2017, 18, or something like that. My boy Fade Major, he put me on. And then I used Ableton, and it was a wrap after that.
Yeah, man. I love it, bro. You can just like, you get like really, really technical with Ableton. That's why I like it so much. And then like for me, like interning, like being around like my boy Lyle LaDuff and like and Cannon, like, I was able to kind of sit in on sessions early, and I was able to see how they work. So like, I love Ableton, bro. That's the only software I use. So
yeah, I tried it. Like for me, like for the rap stuff, I use FL. But in Ableton, I use Ableton for all my bigger records, like my pop, my K-pop records, and stuff like that. But I try to tell all the homies, like, bro, of course everybody use FL, especially in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, learn Ableton, bro. If you learn Ableton, dog, it's gonna change your life. Every producer that I've put on Ableton, it was a rap. It changed their life.
Bro, especially for like, my fault cut you off, but like, especially for like, just like sampling, like, you can do so much for like warping and just reversing crazy and all that type of stuff. So I think that's one advantage that Ableton has over FL and a few other dogs. You know what I'm saying?
So I know those who are familiar with your production style, you're really heavy and fire with the sample chops. You know what I'm saying? Very unique with it. What's the background on you getting into sample chopping?
I think my parents, man. I think like the soulfulness that I do have and that I bring to my production. I think that comes from my parents. Like, from them playing like Badu and like Michelle Indicello and Stevie Wonder and all that type of stuff. Like, my parents played a lot of different music, not just soul music. Like, I listened to a lot of different stuff like Elton John and Hootie and the Blowfish, like just a wide range. So as far as the soul, I just think that kind of just came organically just because I was exposed to it since I was like a baby, like I like soulful music, and my parents played it a lot. And then that kind of transitioned to me learning about like Tribe Called Quest and like Jay Dilla, who was like, that's like one of my favorite producers. So I'm like heavily influenced by him as far as like when I make my hip hop stuff. I try to quantize my beats and stuff like that just to give it more of like a feel. So that's where like really the soul came from, was really like my parents and just them exposing me to like a lot of different music.
That's dope. So so other than Jay Dilla, who were like your producer influences? Pharrell's probably my number two. I would say Timbo for sure. Pharrell, Timbo. I like Dre. Dre's drums are hard. Yeah.
A lot of the ghosts, I mean, even Quincy Jones, bro, like he used to really put together like compositions, like, real compositions.
Yeah.
So those are some of like the older cats, and then like the in this generation, I would say like the Boy Wonders and the Cardos and the
Cardo's snapping right now.
Yeah, like the Wonders, Cardos. I mean, it's a Black Metaphor. It's a lot of people I like, and I'm just fans of, so.
Same. So let me ask you this. So, on the High Frequency Show, the main thing is to give a couple gems to the producers and musicians, and also, the whole mental health aspect of everything, right? So, give me what are some major roadblocks that you had to get to where you at? Because before we start to get to the placements and stuff like that, or how did you have to prepare yourself mentally for the situation that you're in now?
I think for me, man, I think interning, man. I think me being able to intern around like, some of the legends in the game, bro. Like, everybody doesn't get a chance to intern around a DJ Drama or Don Cannon or work under LA, under Aaron Reed. So it's like, I think with me interning, I think that was able to like show me, and it was able to expose me to like the life first off,
Yeah.
The work level and the workload, and just the lifestyle of being a producer and how to like interact with people and how to be a people person, to be personable and like all that type of stuff. So, because mind you, before I came to Atlanta, I've never been in a studio in my life. So it's like, yeah, it was all new to me, bro. Like I remember I got humbled, man. The first time I remember playing beats in the studio in Atlanta, like, man, my beats were there. I was in the learning stages, so like, they weren't hitting, they weren't loud. So like, like I said, just kind of like interning, bro. I think that was like a main piece for me, which really helped me. I was just like, being around people that are really doing it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Yeah, man. That intern is dope, man. And it's very cool. I try to tell, if whoever can get an internship to do it. Because I used to intern at the old Hobbies. I used to do it there.
You just paying dues, bro. You just paying dues,
Yeah, exactly. And I also interned at LVRN. So I think when I interned at LVRN, I would really see, how roll-offs go, how sessions go, how all these different label situations there, because over there the execs was actually in the building majority of the time, as well as putting all the artists in there. So if you a producer out there or artist, hey man, don't even matter how old you are, try to get an internship just so you'll get an experience on how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was real beneficial for me, man. And like just to know how to maneuver in the studio and like when to like, you know, play beats, like, you know, it was real helpful for me. So
yeah, 100%. So let's take it back to 2020, right? You know, pandemic, the civil rights issues going on, man, you know.
Right.
How did you manage to keep the flow of your music going? You know what I'm saying? Where were you during that time in that headspace?
Man, honestly, so me and my boy Childish Major.
Yeah, shout out to Childish, yep.
I got Childish. We dropped Wife You.
Yeah.
So the pandemic hit around, what was that, like March?
Like late March. Yeah.
So like, bro, I'm gonna keep it funky. The whole time, I wasn't really making anything.
Right.
I wasn't like during COVID, bro. Like I was just kind of like, I don't know. It goes from, you know, being outside to be with your friends to like this whole pandemic. So it's like for me, honestly, bro, it took me a long time to really get back into the groove and to like, really start making music. You know, like I was kind of really just kind of kicking it with the family. You know, to be honest, bro, I wasn't really making music. Like I didn't start really making music until maybe like the latter part of the year. Like I had just got like a turntable, you know what I'm saying, and got into like digging for records and stuff like that. I remember Cannon was like, yo, that's probably one of the best things you could have did was get like a turntable, you know what I'm saying? So like, to be honest, bro, I didn't really make anything. I was kind of just like chilling for the most part and just like relaxing and trying to like, you know, kick it with the family, you know, be more present, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what I was doing, really.
I think that was a major gem or a major pull away that I got from the pandemic. You know, I spent more time with the family, kids. For the first time, I got to really sit down, pick up some good books, read. Music wise, I didn't get too deep into it either. I really just pretty much focused on self.
Yeah.
So what would you say was one good thing that you pulled out of the pandemic?
I mean, I would say I was able to just sit with myself more. I mean, yeah, that's all you could do, sit with yourself. So just learning to be more, I think for me, like being more patient, bro, like learning patience better, because I'm my patience level is not the best, but I'm learning. So I think like during that time, all you could do is chill. You know what I'm saying? All you could do is kind of just kick it. So I think for me, just kind of being more self-aware and just kind of learning, you know, getting better at patience, really. So
yeah, 100%. So before we go to the next segment, if you got any question for Hollywood Cole, man, drop it down at the bottom, and we'll make sure we get to it. So let's fast forward a little bit. You know, what was your first big break as a record? Which one was it?
Like first major or just like
the first major?
Like first joint that like I really was like, it was like a
that took off, because I know you got a whole list. You know what I'm saying? Which one was it that just took you off? Was it the BB King freestyle, or was it?
I don't think I've taken off, bro. But I mean, I feel like a record. Yeah, I would say BB King.
BB King.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we talking about Lil Wayne BB King record freestyle. They don't know. So let's talk about that one, man. How did that record come about?
Shout out to Boy Wonder, bro. I mean, that relationship, we just have a relationship. It kind of started during the pandemic. Basically, like after me and Childish dropped Wife You, I guess I'm sure he was following Childish, but he followed me randomly. Like after we dropped, maybe like a couple of days, he randomly followed me. And you know, he just, you know, he showed love. Like, you know, he hit me, he showed love, and I was just like, man, this is Boy Wonder, like this is Drake's, you know, main producer. So I was just like, you know, thank you, man, you know, for, you know, seeing me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of like where that started, and then that was the beginning of the pandemic. So I just kind of kept the relationship really like all pandemic over the spring, summer. And I was in LA at the end of the pandemic, and he was out there too. So I was trying to get in the studio with him, but you know, it didn't work out. So we wound up just like kicking it, bro. And we had dinner and we had drinks. You know, he's a super solid guy. We kicked it out. You know, we talked about a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
And at the end of the night, like I had a whip in LA, so like he didn't have a car. So basically, he was like, you know, after we finished, he was trying to get back to his hotel, and I was like, man, I could just take you in the whip. So
Yeah.
in the midst of me driving over there, like I'm playing him, he's playing me like records and stuff, and I'm playing him like stuff I was working on.
Yeah.
While I was out in LA, and we got to his hotel. Mind you, in the midst of that, he was trying to find. It's a Monopoly game. I can't think of what it's called right now, but he was trying to find a Monopoly game. So I took him to like 3 different Best Buys, but couldn't find it.
It's a different version of a Monopoly game?
Say it again?
Is it another version of a Monopoly game or something?
Yeah, bro, I don't even know what it's called right now, bro, but it's a different kind of version.
Right.
That or Uno, I can't remember right now. But but yeah, so we got like I said, we driving, he's playing me records, I'm playing him records, and then trying to find this game. And when we finally got to the hotel, I was like, I got this record, man. I just want you to kind of like just hear it, bro. It was the beat. But it's crazy. Like I just felt like, man, I'll meet Kendrick Lamar one day. So like I really made that beat for Kendrick. So I really made that beat for Kendrick because I was like, man, you know, eventually I'm big in like manifestation. Like I believe in manifestation. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna meet Kendrick one day, play this beat for him. But I played it for Wonder, and he was like, yo, like he messed with the beat, bro. So then he was like, man, airdrop it to me, and that's kind of like how that started. And then he got it to Drake.
Man, so you know, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go to. Well, let's go to manifestation because that's a major key, you know, especially in the industry that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
We easily become, you know, frustrated with the industry, you know. So how important is manifestation, and what role does manifestation play within your career and like your personal life?
I mean, I think it's like number one for me, man. Like, I just always like, the thing is just like, even when I first started making beats, I was like, man, like, I'm gonna work with Dom Kennedy one day. I'm gonna work, like, you know, and I always believed that. I just always was making music, and I just believe, like, man, like, if you don't stop, like, something good is gonna happen. So, like, sure enough, wound up happening, bro. Like, I wound up working with Dom Kennedy and, like, you know, like, some other people. So, like, even in my personal life, man, it's just, like, I told myself, bro, like, I wanted to get, like, a loft and, like, you know, just certain things that I invested in my life, bro. And, like, it took a while, but I was able to achieve it and get those things. So, I just think just being positive, man, and just, like, you know, because, like, the mind is a powerful thing, bro. So, it's, like, you know, you have to be positive. You have to think, you know, manifest these different things. And I feel like that's just, like, I think it's just key. Like, with anything, like, you know, if you do sports, if you're a lawyer, if you're like, man, I'm about to close on this deal, whatever, like, you already claim it's yours. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that's a major thing in my life, in my personal life, and just also just in my career. Yeah,
it's super important. Super important, man. So one thing that I've noticed about you is that you have a thing for growing with an artist. You know, my research, you know, of course, what Child is, and now, you know, how do you feel, or how important to you is it with growing with an artist rather than trying to be that producer who wants to get with the Drakes, the J. Cole, the Kendricks? Of course, working with those guys, or it's like it's a goal,
right? You know?
But like I said, what I've noticed, what you've done with Child is y'all build something and y'all continuously growing with each other. How important, or what would you tell producers, or how would you explain to producers how important it is to find that artist and build with that artist instead of trying to work with everybody and get that rat race?
I mean, it's what all the greats did, bro. You know, Pharrell did it, Timbo did it, you know, Dre did it with Snoop. Like, you know, all the greats broke. They were able to build an artist from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's a major thing. Like, it's just about building the chemistry, you know, like big on just like, you know, being around the person and kicking and playing video games, whatever you may be into. Like, you know, 'cause I just feel like that makes for, it just makes for better music, you know, like able to just vibe and kick it. So it's just like, I would advise anybody to, you know, find an artist that you can build with and, like, you know, create a chemistry with, because that's very important. So
and it can be outside of music, man. You know, everyone feels as if, you know, building relationships is just studio and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like you did with Boy Wonder, man. Go to lunch,
right?
Go look for video games at Walmart or whatever, Monopoly games. Right. You know, just build that relationship rather than it just being just strictly music.
Right, 100%, man. You got, people are human, so it's like, like, damn, dude, like, I like watching, you know what I'm saying, football too. Like, I watch basketball, like, I play Call of Duty, like, all that type of stuff. So it's not always just about, like, what snare do you use, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just just being personable. That's all.
Yeah, I hate that, man, because a lot of people ask me, you know, like to work and stuff like that. I don't mind working, but like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? If you want to run it on 2K, you know what I'm saying? We can run that 2K.
Right.
You know, watch football, you know, you watch my Saints do your team dirty, we can do that too.
Right. People just, I don't know, man. I know our producers get a bad rap because they're just like, yo, we're just like hermits and stuff. But every producer's not a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? People have personality. People are personable. So it's like, you know, just gotta, you know, I'm just myself, bro. I'm just myself everywhere I go. So
yeah, feel you. Yeah, no, I caught a great vibe from you. I think we met at the Candy Factory at J.O. spot that one time. That was like year. Remember the Candy Factory? It was me, you, and J.O.
Up there, I used to be up there a lot. I thought we met at LVRN though.
Nah, I think it was. Nah, it was definitely the Candy Factory, and then I think we pulled up at LVRN too.
Oh, I thought we met at LVRN. Well, I definitely remember being at the Candy Factory because that's when I was up there with Nas and like in Jazz all the time.
Nas, you know, we all went to high school together. Me, Nas, J.O. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Damn, yeah, I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's how we linked up and cooked. So
yeah.
Let me do a quick shout out to everybody in here, man. I see y'all, man. Just so many people. I appreciate y'all for joining. Shout out to Cardiac. I see he just joined in. I saw Cal Banks joined in a little earlier. We appreciate everybody for coming in. So let's talk about my favorite record you did, that Lay With You. That shit is hard, bro.
Thank you.
First of all, how did you and Isaiah come about working together?
Man, shout out to Cal Banks, man. So this was pandemic. This was like early pandemic, but they were having like a writing camp for like the stuff. So I was able to be at that. And first I was with Cal, and I remember like when me and Cal got in the studio, Cal, like, you know, I was playing them joints and stuff, like, you know, playing the beats and stuff.
Right.
He's like, man, I know you got some shit for Zay. And like it's funny because like maybe 2 days before I got to the camp, I had made a beat specifically for Zay. It was the Headshot beat. But I think that's specifically for Zay. But Cal didn't want to hear any like typical like smooth, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to hear like, he was like, man, play me some hard shit. So I played him the Lay With You beat, and he was like, yeah. So Cal connected me to Zay. And I think maybe like after me and Cal were in the studio that day, I want to say like a day or two after, I went to the studio to meet Zay. I think Groove was in there, my boy Groove. A few other people were in there, but that's when me and Zay first connected. So like he played me the album then, and like, you know, we kicked it and stuff like that. And that's when like the initial relationship started. So Cal had that beat, and then, you know, he did his thing, and then like, yeah, bro, I met him, like we kicked it like I said, I want to say like a day or two after me and Cal.
So let me ask you a question, bro. I asked my bro Business Boy on the last show. He
shout out to Business Boy.
Oh yeah, that's my bro, man. I think he was on here. He was on here early. He might still be.
Yeah.
But so Biz, you know, he's from Milwaukee, but he lived out here for a certain amount of time. And then, you know, I think he felt like he did all he needs to do in Atlanta, and then he made his move to the West Coast. Been there for a couple years. And I think me and you talked about this off the show. Do you feel that it's necessary for producers to eventually, or at least visit LA compared to being, let's just use Atlanta. You know, for me, I always felt, you know, Atlanta is heavy on the rap side, but if I want to make that move to pop and more R&B and more of a different variety of rap and hip hop, I would have to go to LA. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you necessarily have to be out LA to make those moves, or do you feel like, what you think? Because I know we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Tricky question, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, bro, I would say this. Because of the type of beats that I make, I'm not like mind you, I'm in Atlanta, and I'm not a trap-based producer. So I think I really strive out on the West Coast. I think a combination of things, from me kind of having roots from the West Coast and tempos, like I just think for me personally, me being LA has been great for me, you know? But I say all that to say, at least let's just say if you don't move to LA, at least like, you know, visit and kind of take some trips and stuff like that. But I think I think venturing out, man. I think venturing out, you can get a lot done. Like, not saying you can't cook and you can't make something shake from where you may be from, but I just feel like, man, if you're not in LA, Atlanta, or Miami, or maybe New York, then it's like, it's kind of, I think it's a little hard. So it's just like, with all that saying, I just think, I think the LA is like really venturing out. I would say that venturing out is definitely key.
Yeah, definitely, 100%, 100%. So, your most recent placement, the Meek Mill, the Me Fuck With Me record, back, you know what I'm saying, it's making a little noise out here. How did that record come about?
Wonder. Boy Wonder.
Oh, he sure is listed.
Yeah, I had sent him I was just kind of loading him up with beats, and I had sent him that beat. I made the beat in 2019.
Yeah.
And I sent him that beat in 2020 and during pandemic. So I sent him that, and he fucked with the beat, and we kind of yeah, bro. He told me about the Meek thing a while ago. Obviously I just kept it under wraps, but yeah, bro, that's kind of how that came about, from Wonder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. So I have a question for you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I know you love chopping, of course. That comes with samples. How hard, or have you had any difficulties with clearing these samples? Because I know that's like a headache for a lot of producers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's that been going with you, knowing, because you're that kind of producer?
Yeah. Yeah, it was an issue. Well, there was a record that I did that's out. It got cleared, but yeah, man, I'm starting to learn, like, pub is key, man. So it's like, they hit us hard. So moving forward, I'm just kind of real strategic with the samples that I do choose, like, to chop up. So, like, I've been blessed, man. I've been able to get, like, a lot of producers that send me, like, created samples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or it's not like I'm sampling from, like, a old Stevie Wonder, or I don't know,
Prince or some shit like that.
So I've been blessed in that aspect. So yeah, man, I'm just moving forward. I'm just trying to be a little bit more strategic. If I do sample like an old 80s or 70s, or just trying to be a little bit more strategic instead of just sampling whatever. So because they can clear it, but you might not get any pub. So it's just a whole thing. So
okay, word. So all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the question segment of the show. I know I had a few. If you do have some, please drop it in the bottom. Let's see. I think we got a couple here. All right, Josh. Shout out to Josh. I'm gonna leave it at that. He said, "What inspires you outside of producing and music?"
My family.
Yeah.
Kicking it with the family, man. I've been trying to, like, make sure I'm there for, like, everything. Just kicking it, man. I think my family keeps me grounded, man. I have a lot of great people in my life, like, even my friends, like, they family. So it's like, I think my family, I'm just big on kicking it with the fam and chilling, laughing, and all that type of stuff. So family is like, that's like, I'm a family person, so that's like number one for me.
No, same, bro. I feel like the family is the root of everything, man. Especially dealing with this industry, that's one of the major ways to keep ourselves so grounded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially I got the little ones and the wife, so they always keep me grounded.
Zay's photographer, my boy Josh.
Josh, what's happening, my guy? Appreciate the question. Let's see. I think we got another one. Oh, I think deleted. All right, Jazzy Shavers, what's happening, Jazzy? She said, "What's the best strategy for branding?"
I would say social media. I mean, as far as like strategy, I mean, for me, I think what helped me a lot too. My pop's gonna kill me if he sees this, but like, I remember my pops was on me because during the pandemic, I started to it's actually how I really met Wonder for real. But like during the pandemic, I would do IG lives, and like I would chop up samples, and I would have like my sister in the back, and she would be, we would just have our conversation. We would be drinking some Migos or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like a little show we were doing, and we did it maybe, I don't know, maybe like one or two times. So that was like a way for me to get like followers too, because it's like everybody was at the crib, especially during the pandemic. So it's like everybody was at the crib, they had nothing to do. So like with that being said, I was able to like gain a little traction with like followers and just like, I think at the time too, I was posting consistently. So like I would be making beats, I would record myself making beats, and I would like post it on my page. So like it would show the process a little bit. So like just having something that you can post consistently, I think that was that's like, you know, something strategic for sure for
Yeah,
brand.
I agree, man. The brand behind being a producer is super important because there are a lot of producers like, you know, who just sit behind the computer and you just make beats, and which is cool, you know. 'Cause I know a lot of producers who are rich off of just doing that.
Yeah.
But talking about branding, you know, I think, you know, with your tag. Matter of fact, let me ask you about that tag, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you a stupid tag. Bro, how do you get that clear, bro? Have you ran the issues with having that clear?
I haven't had any issues yet, man. So, you know, I'm thankful for that, man. I'm gonna keep using it until I can't use it. So
that's one of the hardest tags out, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Sure. All right, let's go to Evan. Evan says, how did you come up from the beginning to now? I guess, you know, from your start to your rise, you know, I guess we can say, you know.
Yeah. I just kept being a student. Like I'm still a student. Like, you know, just perfecting the craft and putting in 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours. Like, you know, like that's really important because it's just like Kobe didn't become Kobe without being in the gym and shooting 100 jump shots, you know? So I just kept at it, man. Like, and I studied. Like, I really studied. I studied the producers that I was drawn to, and you know, I just kept going. So it's really just like, as long as you keep doing something, man, like it's kind of cliche, but like if you stay consistent, like you're going to get better at it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's kind of like, you know, just got to stay consistent.
Don't put them hours in, man.
For sure.
All right, let's see. Oh, let me get it. Okay, Sounds by Dante. Dante, she said, what's your go-to speakers?
Let me show y'all. Let me flip the camera.
Flip that guy. Rocket? Oh, you use the Rockets?
Yeah, I use the Rockets, man.
Okay. Which ones are those? I can't really tell. They're the fives
those
or?
Those are the fours.
The Rocket fours?
No, wait. Hold on. I'm tripping, y'all. Yeah, those are the fours. The fours.
You don't like the Rocket 8s?
Version. Huh?
You don't like the Rocket 8s?
Nah, I got the fours, bro.
Because y'all should be knocking, bro, and you got the fours?
Yeah, I got the fours. Those are the fours right there.
That's kind of crazy. Well, there you go. There you have it. Rocket fours.
Yeah. Wait, I guess it's just the way I kind of like mix my beats, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Well, hey, that's not good, so hey, don't change it. Evan Munoz, if I'm saying it wrong, my apologies, my guy. He says, how are you open to collaborations at the moment?
Yeah, I'm down to work, man.
Yeah.
Me, I need to. I think my email is still in my bio, but if not, then I'll add that after this. But yeah, I'm down. I'm trying to work. So
yeah, say less. Let's see. Got another one. Chimichilla 92. Hey, if I'm reading this stuff wrong, I ain't got my glasses on, so please forgive me. How did you and Will get into doing collaboration projects?
We friends first and foremost. You know, that's my guy. For people who don't know, his IG is real Will Hill, but we've been friends. So and he's dope. He's lyrical cat. Got the swag on the track. So like we're just friends first and foremost, and we were able to just form a chemistry. So that's why we just been working ever since, really.
Word. Okay, let's see. Got another one, bro. Let you know you got a couple questions, my guy. Let me see. Bacino said, "What advice can you give to for producers outside of the cities you've mentioned before, like Miami, New York, LA, and Atlanta?"
Venture out.
Yeah.
I mean, venture out, but also man, work with like somebody you really believe in, like local talent, like somebody who's like they're fire, but they just need some fire beats or need like help with writing or whatever, like building talent. Because that's honestly like when I first got to Atlanta, that's what I was kind of doing with. That's how I met my boy Quinn Miller. Like
Quinn.
Yeah, that's how I met my guy Quinn. Shout out to my boy Q. But I was working with my boy Peso and J-Dot, and like we dropped a tape. This was back in this was maybe like 2017, 18.
Yeah.
We dropped the tape, but Q is really good. He's really cool with Peso and J-Dot. So like that's how I was able to get connected to Q, and me and Q were working. So I would say for local talent, man, and build, build something, and then also just venture out as well too. Like take it to LA, try to you know, go to the bar. You never know who you might meet, especially in Atlanta too. But you know, just I would say venture out and work with local talent.
Yeah, and if I can add something, like definitely like reach out to all these different producers. You know, there are so many producers in all these different states. And once y'all build a relationship, get cool, pull up on them in LA, pull up on them in Atlanta, stay for a
Yeah.
week. You know what I'm saying? Hit up an event that's going on in LA, get you a hotel stay, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, mix and mingle, man. That's what it is. Your network is your net worth.
Yep, for sure.
For sure. Let's see. Let me see. Mojo the Kid One, what's up, Brody? He said, what do you think about I'm not sure what that is. Maybe you may know.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Cousin. Come on, Mojo. Come on. You already know what's up, bro.
Okay. All right, let me see. Let's go to the next one. He said, can we send ideas, loops, and samples to your email? I think you already pressed on that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Just send it through, man. I think you got his email in his bio. Just holler at him.
If not, just DM me. I'm about to put my email in my bio after this if it's not in there.
Yeah, come with that fire. Come with that fire.
Yeah, send me some heat, please.
All right, Jaeger said, when are you releasing the Hollywood Code drum kit? And when Mook gonna get it first? Well, go ahead.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what's funny? I was actually just talking to my friends about that like a couple weeks ago. So it's coming soon. It's coming soon. I gotta put it in motion. It's just an idea right now. I need to like really write it down and kind of figure out how many sounds I want to put and stuff like that. But I maybe before the end of the year. Who knows?
Oh yeah, we need that, bro.
Yeah.
Evan said, "What is the high frequency show stand for?" I guess that's the question for me. The high frequency show stands for, you know, just getting a group of my peers coming together and just elevate on the high frequency, man. You know, with everything going on, pandemic, COVID, and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of hard for everybody to, especially everybody in the house due to vaccination stuff and all of that crazy mess. You know, I just feel like this platform is a way for us to get our audience to get to know a lot of their favorite producers. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to know a lot of amazing producers, artists, songwriters. So my gift to people is to help share a couple gems with them. So that's why I made it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Sounds by Dr. Again. What's your go? Oh, man, you asked me that already. About your go-to speakers. His go-to speakers are the Rocky 4s, right?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Let me see. Next one. C Settle, what's good, bro? He said, what are your biggest influences?
I guess when he's talking about music, like I said, Dilla, Pharrell, Timbo, Ray, and then like the, you know, in this generation, like the Wonders and the Cardos and Southsides, you know, all those type of guys.
Yeah, the young legends, man.
For sure.
Jazzy Shaver said, how often do you cook up? That's a good question.
Honestly, it's funny because today was a bad day for me, man. I made like maybe one idea, two ideas, but I just wasn't feeling it. So whenever I feel it, like I can't, like sometimes if I don't finish a beat every day, I at least make an idea, but right. I just feeling what I was making. So when I feel like that, I just kind of just chill or play some video games or something and just kind of step away from it because I don't like anything. Yeah, I like to just keep it real organic. So
yeah. That's when the best vibes make me. You don't force it up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don said, "What's your go-to BPM?" That's a good question.
Okay, if I'm doing like hip hop, I would say like 87 to like 90.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing trap, I like like 140.
Yeah.
150.
Mm-hmm.
I said hip hop, trap.
Right.
Yeah, so probably those two. Yeah.
For sure. So there y'all have it. I think we have one more. Evan said, what's next for both of you?
You could go first, bro.
For me, man, can't really speak on too much, but my main thing, bro, of course, is just trying to get back to the people, bro. Like this show is for one, you know, I want to just help build the whole brand as far as the producer community and mental health. So that's really my main goal. Of course, I'm gonna, you know, reach out, try to get placements here and there, but as far as building that's my main objective at the moment. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I can't really say too much either, but I've got just trying to stay consistent, man. I got some more stuff coming out hopefully soon. So, you know, just trying to just stay consistent and keeping my head down and just keep working.
Yep, 100%, 100%, man. So that was the end of the questions, man. Before I do let the producer go, whoever I have on, I had them, you know, share a couple gems, or you know, what advice do you give the people, whether they're a musician, producer, artist? What would you tell? What kind of advice would you give them, you know, as far as where they are now, and you know, as far as their career, to keep them on?
Man, perfect the craft, and you know, just stay consistent. If you're working with the artist, man, and that you really believe in, just keep building on top of that, and just, you know, just, it's cliche, but it's like I said earlier, man, Kobe and Jordan, those guys didn't become who they were without shooting 100 jump shots, or like, you know, shooting 50 million free throws, or, you know, doing all that type of stuff. So just staying consistent, really, and just like really like just working, really, and have fun too. Like, you know, definitely, like, it's not just like, you know, keep your head down and work all the time, but like, you know, definitely like work, man, work for real. So I'm just
working. I think you touched on something major, bro. You gotta have fun, man. You know, for me, it got to a point where I started having fun making certain kind of beats, and I thought it was me. You know what I'm saying? I just had fun making trap beats like I used to. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. Yeah, just staying creative too. Like, just trying to make sure I'm staying creative and pushing myself too. So, and that's what I'm trying to do too. Like, I'm trying to, like, if somebody can send me some fire playlists, like, I'm trying to, like, not listen to as much hip hop and like R&B and trap and stuff. Like, I'm trying to listen to like some different vibes. So,
what you listening to lately? What have you been listening to lately?
Don Toliver's album. His album is hard. I like it.
Question.
Yeah, let me open up my Spotify. Let me see.
Bro, I can, like, mine right now, bro. Mine all pop for now.
Yeah, Vince Staples. I've been listening to Vince Staples' album. His album is crazy. My boy Gio, man. Yeah, CLB. I've been listening to CLB too, but Don Toliver too.
Yeah, Don shit is crazy. I haven't dug too deep into it, but you know, like for me, bro, when albums come out, I like to wait because I know the hype around the album. So I like, let me let the hype die down, and then I'll dig into it so I can have my own opinion on it.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's it right now.
I'm
listening to like some old stuff too, like old R&B.
Oh yeah, I was just jamming to that the Isley Brothers this past weekend.
Yeah.
Gotta stay fresh, man.
Yeah.
You should ask, what's the best way to get music to artists, emails, or relationship? You can answer that question first.
I mean, the best situation is to get with the artist in person. That's the best situation. But if not, man, like, I feel like emails get lost in the sauce. So like, man, if you could like get on IG and figure out who the engineer is or like the manager, they may not have as many followers as like the artist. So like, I think that's a good way too. It's trying to get, like, you know, the engineer or manager or somebody, they might not even do music, but you see that that's like their homie, you know? So, I think that's a hard way.
That's the best way to do it, man. I try to encourage everybody who I come across. For me, man, I live by, like, I have to have either the artist phone number or at least the engineer. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, emails get lost in the sauce. After doing that for years, you notice that nobody really checks their email. And even after being in certain sessions, you know, artists can be in a session. They don't have time to pull up their emails a lot of the times and go through all the beats, you know. So definitely build that relationship with the artist. The engineer is key. You know, me and Bill talked about that last show.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and I think that was all the questions, bro. I definitely appreciate you for taking time out to join us, man. Spread a couple gems to the people. To everybody who joined, man, thank y'all for coming on. It was a pleasure having you, bro. I'm glad I'm not myself, but as well as the people, got to know a little bit about Cole. Because we know you be having your head ducked off and you working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Real low key boys.
Nah, you ain't wrong, bro. You ain't wrong. So, man, I appreciate you again. Everybody, thank y'all for tuning in, man. This is the High Frequency Show. I'll see y'all next Monday. And peace and love, bro. Again, I appreciate you, bro. Take it easy.
All right, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
For sure.